I don't need that smoke. I'm like The Rock, The Rock. I do not need the smoke. Y'all know what happened to me. Getting smacked by Suge Smith.
From the Car Break 73 Live, and tonight, fans, as you can see, I got King Dawood Burgess here with me on topic. What would you do? I want to ask him some questions about that clip you just seen with Chris Rock in light of the slap that Will Smith gave him. So, starting out, King Dawood, man, welcome back. First of all, real quick, welcome back. How is it for you being back in California, man, after being over there all that time in Morocco, Casablanca, Africa?
It's a relief and a curse. It's a relief because we got like all our stuff is updated. So you got paved streets, nice buildings, stuff to look at.
Speak up just a little bit. Speak up just a little bit.
I say it's a relief and a curse. You know, you got the updated streets, updated buildings. Over there, you know, you walking on dirt roads. They got some paved streets. But the curse is, you know, over there, $300 could last me a whole month. Over here, $300 might not even last me a couple days. So, and then it's like over there, the people are genuine. Over here, they so fake. So, you know, over here, it's like you in the Matrix. Over there, it's like you in the real world. So, it's a blessing and a curse.
So when you say fake, like over there, they so real, and over here, they so fake. Can you expound a little more? Because, you know, some people, they'll take it the wrong way. Like, oh, what do you mean? Or, you know, some of these people out here on the intellectual level, so we want to reach the fans for the ones that's like, now, what do you mean by that? Fake. So can you give like a synopsis on what you mean?
So basically over here, right, I'm going to just give you a physical and a mental aspect. Look at all the women. They walking around with a lot of fake hair, fake nails. Their attitude is fake. You don't even know what their face really look like. They got so much makeup on, so they look fake. People driving cars they can't afford. They wearing clothes they can't afford. It's a whole facade. Ain't nobody being straight up with themselves or others. Everybody got a facade. Like, you know, you've been to prison, I've been to prison, and there everybody got on the same suit. Who you get is who you get, not out here. You might see a dude wearing $100,000 worth of clothes, and he can't even buy a McDonald's meal, but you would never know, because he'd trick you. So that's why I mean it's so fake. Like, people don't tell you the truth. They'll give you everything but the truth just so you will like them. And you will never really find out who they are because they being so fake. Over there, you can see people begging in the streets, digging in the trash can. They'd take cardboard and put it together and put it on some plywood, put it on the back of a camel, and drive that joint down the street. They don't care if you know they poor. They don't care. They're not trying to impress you. They trying to impress God. So their mind is on something else. They don't care if you see them digging out of the trash can. They might ain't got a job. Right. They need to take some out of the trash can to feed their family. Right. Are they ashamed? No, that's their condition.
Right.
But they're not running around with Versace on trying to trick you into thinking that they doing good when they not. They not doing good. And they don't mind if you know it because they ain't trying to impress you. Over here, it's totally different.
I get that. Now, as you know, the show, I opened up, as you seen the clip earlier, Chris Rock on stage, right? And he went on to do a comedy show, and as a what is it called? That's a word I'm looking for. Not a reprisal, but a retaliation to Will Smith. Right now, I want to just get the fans just my view on the take of Will Smith slapping him. So, Jada Pinkett Smith, in fact, had some kind of a rare hair disorder where her hair was falling out. And a lot of people knew that because, you know, when you're a celebrity, the media is going to put that out there. So Chris Rock, in fact, knew she had this rare condition, and he went on to crack jokes. And Will just really he wasn't feeling that. We talking, let's say, fuck Hollywood. Us as real men. What would you have done?
I don't think I would have smacked him on TV. I would have did something more treacherous. I would have waited till afterwards, he'd have been hurt because anybody who played chess knows you protect the queen. So it's like, even if it's in a joke, you think you can come after her. This is my queen. This is the one I sleep beside. I give her all my secrets. She know where my money at. You can't play with her.
Right.
So when you think you can play with her, that means you don't have no respect for the man. You must think I'm soft.
Yeah,
So it's
fuck
like,
you.
what you gonna do next? You gonna start texting my daughter,
right?
Going to her DMs and trying to play with her. So it's like he gonna start pushing all types of buttons once he get away with that. And then if the whole world think I'm allowing you to disrespect my queen and get away with it, they might start breaking in my house. They might take my car. They might stick their hand in my pocket. So it's like the worst thing you can do is violate the queen. So if you went all the way for her juggler, everything else is open. So now I become a victim of everybody. So he got to do something about that. He had to do something about that.
He had to. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna tell y'all what I would have done. First and foremost, I like that take. It was classy. Dawood would have waited to after the fact. So we're gonna go to this quick music video by one of the local artists, Tarzan the Barman, and then we're gonna give a quick snippet. Also, shout out Sdotfrmdablock. We're going to show a video clip and some promo of some of the shows and stuff that he's doing locally. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more insight on this Chris Rock, Will Smith thing, because I want to tell you about my hand when we come back.
Niggas talking about this and lying about that. Living fabricated life, niggas putting on acts. Lying for the fame, niggas should be ashamed. All these fabricated stories is not a part of the game. Niggas talking about this and lying about that. Living fabricated life, niggas putting on acts. Lying for the fame, niggas should be ashamed. All these fabricated stories is not a part of the game. Nigga, I can give a pin up. What a nigga gotta say.
My nigga, all that back and
So
forth,
what?
nigga,
And what?
all right.
And what? So what? Say that shit. Say that.
Let's just go outside.
Say that shit. You got right here. What's up, then, nigga? What's up? What's up, then, nigga? What's up, then, nigga? What's up, then, nigga?
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I let you tear it down just cause you don't like the way another nigga talk.
Provoke on the beat, bitches.
Drive, motherfucker!
See, I ain't never been a goofy. 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 I ain't
That's main diamond lane, snatch a bitch, snatch a chain. I was running face, yeah, even when I had a thing. Got a thing, shot a thing, shot a gang, got a brain. Treat a bitch like a bitch, to me a bitch is not a thing. Bada boom, bada bang, lot of pain, lot of aim. You try to paint a picture, now the little nigga got a frame. Life a game, ride a gang, lot of fame, lot of lames. With the same niggas, bitch, just a whole lot of gangs. Niggas better duck, tell a bitch she fucked up. A blessing to a bitch, I treat her like she lucked up. Trust all fucked up, gotta keep the strap tough. I'm a humble nigga, but I show you that you not tough. Never been a bozo, niggas in these hoes know a bitch to be your downfall, so gotta let these hoes go. Never been a bozo, niggas in these hoes know. Fuck around and drown if a nigga try to show ball. Up in the hoopty with a bag and a hoochie. Niggas acting like some groupies. Hit a nigga with a toopy, keep a biscuit in the hoopty. No, a bitch can never fool me. Bitch, you loopy if you lose me. I ain't never been a goofy. 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 I ain't never been a circus act. Pop a snake, murk a rat. Fuck where you from, the sucker side, we never heard of that. Cruise the band, swear to lack. Parker, where we lurking at. Block the block, banging harder, LA, yeah, the murder cat. Can't afford to be a goofy. You don't know me, but you know me. I just tell it how it is. I spit this shit just like a loogie. I like all my partners solid. I like all my bitches bougie. Niggas talking like he bought it till I turn them to a doobie. I know shit been feeling iffy. I can't let a nigga test me, so I'm sliding with this blicky. I know bitches really messy. Niggas see I'm chasing chili. People know I rep the 70s. I can't let a nigga with me, so I ride with something daily. On the gang, on the gang, on the gang. A lot of shit that changed, but I remain the same, nigga. From the same gang, we shared the same pain, nigga. I look you in your eyes like why you acting strange, nigga. Dang, nigga. Pull up in the hoopty with a bag and a hoochie. Niggas acting like some groupies. Hit a nigga with a toopy, keep a biscuit in the hoopty. No, a bitch can never fool me. Bitch, you loopy if you lose me. I ain't never been a goofy. I ain't never been a goofy. I
I ain't never been a goofy. 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 I ain't never been a goofy.
That video was hot. Shout out Tarzan, the bar man, Sdotfrmdablock. These youngsters is doing real big things, man. I encourage it. But one thing Dawood did say, I'm going to be real brief, is it's making me not even want to be in the rap game like you said. Get in the rap game for what? They killing. They're killing each other. So it's like fruitless to even invest in it. But I still encourage the youngsters that at least they, you know, they're doing other than selling drugs. So I would suggest allow them to do their music until they figure it out.
See, I like their music, right? But all the messages is bad. So it's like, if I stand outside and tell everybody, suck my, somebody might try to punch me in my mouth.
Right.
So it's like, if you rapping and you keep talking about, I'm killing, right. Somebody might want to see if you really about that. Now they try to kill you because you keep screaming you tough. So let's see how tough you are. So you invite a lot of bad energy when you put out the bad energy.
But what were you saying they gonna kill me?
If you got 2 or 3
I was just
artists,
kidding. I was just joking. I know you literally wasn't. I was just making
but I'm saying, like, if you had 2 or 3 artists up under you, and all of them running around doing stuff or faking like they doing stuff, they might feel like you associated with them. You know how I go on the street. I can't get him. I'm gonna get somebody close to him to send a message. So it's like everybody become in danger. You gotta be like super executive far away from them. But if you go on the shows with them, always with them, and they getting shot at, dudes trying to kill them, you might be the next to get shot. Then some people get shot with Nipsey.
I think I don't vague. I don't think no. Yeah, I think one dude or something. Yeah, somebody got.
Police don't have no name. Like when they start busting at you, they trying to hit anybody else around because the person who around you might have a gun that can shoot back.
Right. Now, real quick, because I don't want to cut you off because we're gonna get into the science in a second when we come back from this other break. Because I'm gonna show some clips, and I'm gonna highlight the clips of some of the pictures and stuff from Morocco. It's beautiful.
Shout out to Morocco. Beautiful. You gotta visit.
Yeah, you gotta go out there. But this Chris Rock thing, back to this clown, man. So I didn't watch, so y'all can understand. I don't do on my show, because I'm an OG. I ain't got time to be doing no back and forth and disrespecting the culture, disrespecting any man to get ratings. I'm not doing all that clown. To each his own. The culture gotta eat, I get it, but it's just, I was raised a certain way. Where I come from, it's a certain thing you don't do. You don't call a man a bitch to his face and you know, play with a man's money. You know, we heard all these things, which was old school values, and those are the things that kept me alive in the backwoods of South Central LA, in the worst areas. But this Chris Rock thing, I'm gonna be wholeheartedly honest, even though I've changed the way I think. Bottom line, if Jada had been my wife or my wife, whomever, I'd have knocked him out. I'd have knocked your punk ass out, Chris Rock. Point blank period. Right? I'd have knocked you out for disrespect. And another thing that I'm upset about is the backlash that he's getting for defending the woman. That's what we was taught in the house coming up as old school men. The man opened the door for the woman. He don't let no man disrespect his women and the children and the elders, right? So, because this world, I believe that the world is so caught up in Hollywood, they forgot the key fact that that's that man's wife.
I think everything in Hollywood is fake. You ain't never noticed that? Like everybody's an actor, a stunt devil. Nothing is really real. So it's like, whenever you living in the world that's fake, when something real happens, you can't handle it. You can't take it. It's like, it don't make sense to you because you're living in a phony world. That's why it's okay for a child to tell you that he want to be a girl, and they can accept that. But if a child tell you he the father of the house and he running things, you ain't gonna take him serious. You're like, where the money at? What if it?
Right.
You're not gonna. Or if a child tell you he the president of the United States, you're not gonna take him serious. But he sit here and tell you that he a little girl now. Oh, you're gonna take him serious. But it's like people living in the delusion. So it's like, look at Hollywood. They mad because the man defended his wife. So you need to send a message to him instead of sending a message to the comedian, like, you can't bring this type of energy on here. You can't be disrespecting people's wives and stuff. He should have been the one reprimanded. Like, you started this. You brought this stuff to our platform. You can't do that. You saying it's a joke, but it ain't no joke when you start messing with people's family. It's not gonna be no joke.
He made her feel some kind of way. He made her. If I see a man make my woman cry or make her feel some kind of way, obviously I'm her protector, right? And I get the responding thing to do is turn the other cheek. But we're human beings first, right? We talked earlier about balance. Like, there's got to be a balance. Like, you know, some dudes just, you know, if you're cripping all the time or blooding all the time, you just always like that. I don't even want you around me because there has to be a balance even with that. Like, I'm Carl. I come from that. I come from where the Crips and the Bloods came up at, right? Everything. Southsiders, right? You come from the turf, right? But we know you only put that stuff on. That's a wall. But if you got this wall up all the time, so balance, right? Back to that balance, man. I'm only a human being, right? And at some point, I'm going to defend my family. Okay, let's just say I had $1 million a day. Carl Bree 73 Live was this big celebrity, right? At the end of the day, I still lay down. I get tired like any other man, right? I'm still trying to find my way. I still come home. I have to take out the trash, right? I still have to argue with my spouse. I still have to do all these things that normal human beings do. But when you get in front of this camera, they expect that like you immortal or something. Like, you know, you're not human no more. You're not a human being anymore, right? Kobe can't have a bad day. Kobe can't come out and really just outside of basketball, the Lakers, say, you know what? Fuck you. You disrespected my wife, bitch. Right? And then, oh, Kobe said the word, fuck you. Right? But it's because how Hollywood, again, you painted that picture. It's so fake, man.
I think it's the way they go about doing it, right? They call it
talk to them, man.
I ain't gonna say they deceitful. I'm gonna say they man, I can't even think of the word, but it's like they cunning. You know, they'll call you a nigga all day behind doors, but if they say it out loud, they're gonna be like, oh, kick him off TV. I can't believe you said that. But the same person, y'all been saying we niggas the whole time. Yeah, you didn't never have a problem when y'all was in the room saying it, but he said it on TV, and I don't want to be associated with you, because then when they know that I've been saying it, now I'm going to have a problem. So it's a lot of people being fake. People don't want to be who they are. They don't go straight tell you like, I don't like you because of your gender, or I don't like you because of your color, or I don't like you because of your hair color, or I don't like you because of whatever. Everybody being fake. Everybody being fake. And this is the problem. If you being so fake, how do you determine what's real? And then when somebody do something real, you shocked. Like, I can't believe you smacked him for saying something about his wife. You shocked. But that's the normal response with anybody. You can't just do whatever you want to do with somebody's family. Something is off limits. That's like if somebody just walk up and grab a hold of your butt. Like, I don't care who you are. You might just turn around out of reflexes and smack them. And then what they going to say, oh, I can't believe you did that. You smacked them. But when you found out they grabbed their butt, then it might be justified. But what's worse? You grabbing my butt or you grabbing my wife's butt? Like, yeah, you definitely, I'm going to do something to you for grabbing my butt. If you grab her butt, I might kill you. Like, I really might kill you. Like, I really, really might kill you. So, people got to stop being fake. They got to realize that, like you said, if you on Crip in the blood and you on your gangster stuff, even you got to be human sometimes. You can't go on your job on some, you telling your boss, like, nigga, I'm a big old Crip. I do something to you, like, that nigga gonna put the police on you, you going to jail, you ain't getting your check. Like, you can't live like that. You're
right.
Not in the real world.
Let's go to this brief break. Look at this clip of Chris Rock on stage.
I don't need that smoke. I'm like The Rock, The Rock. I do not need the smoke. Y'all know what happened to me. Getting smacked by Suge Smith. Everybody knows.
Okay. So enough with Chris Rock, right? I bashed him enough. Will Smith. Here's where I have a problem. I'm just personally me. Then I'm going to let Dawood land where you fucked up at with me. I believe that when a man commits an action like that, you stand on it. You didn't stand on it, right? He didn't stand on it. And I'm gonna just be clear. Where we come from is bitching up, right? I had admiration for Will for standing up for his wife, but then 3 days later, you all at the Oscar tears and all of that shit. I lost a whole lot of respect for you at that point because I didn't know real from fake. I don't know where you're coming from now, right? Because you got up there, that was a bold statement to go in front of Hollywood, right? What you said is, fuck the media, I'm finna show these motherfuckers don't play with my wife. Then 3 days later, you sitting there begging for your motherfucking job back. If I go to my job, now, and I slap somebody, I'm gonna stand on it, whatever the consequence is.
Now, I'm gonna say this, right? You know, sometimes we do things out of passion. They call it crime of passion, right? But I've seen a lot of gangsters, some cold-blooded men who don't mind killing people. I've seen them dudes sit in jail and years after years start to wear their ass out. Then them niggas start to write appeals. Oh, let me out of this motherfucker. I changed. But it's like, you did what you did, stand on it. But it's like, they not trying to stand on that shit. They want some relief. So maybe after he got the consequences of his action, like when dudes go to jail, whatever the case, like a dude who get drunk. Yeah, I know I'm driving, I'm drunk. I'm not expecting to get in a crash, or I'm not expecting to be this bad when somebody get killed. Now they hit you with a consequence. Nobody want to face no consequence. Who want to face a consequence? Look at all the stuff we do on earth. You think we looking to go to hell? Ain't nobody going to willingly accept that. They're going to try to plead their case. They don't want to be in a bad situation. So no matter how tough you are, most people don't want the consequence to come with their actions. So once he seen what they was going to do to him, he was like, oh, I didn't really think this through. So he started to backpedal. So I can understand. I can understand that part.
And I get that, but again, so that's what I tell dudes, right? If you ain't with that life, don't play with that life, right? You know, if you ain't with that, like for me, if I went up there and knocked this punk ass out and got 20 years for my wife, I wouldn't be trying to sign no appeals. Anytime I've ever gotten in trouble, I understood. When I moved, I understand, all right, Carl, what do you have? What do you have to lose? Right, I've always been that way.
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
If you had $600 million,
right,
you was living a pretty good life, and then you went and smack somebody in the prospects of ever making another dollar, and maybe that $600 million is no longer there because it's invested.
Right.
Now you just fucked up. Like you ain't got no more money. Would you at least try to fix your financial situation if you could, or you would just be like, fuck it, I don't want to make no more money. I'm going to throw away everything I ever did just because I can smack this nigga. So this nigga was worth this nigga. And then, matter of fact, your wife is cheating on you. You know that. Everybody know that. She cheated on you.
Right.
So now all of this is coming to the forefront. Like, you don't know what she was saying to him behind closed doors. You stupid motherfucker. She might have told him he a stupid motherfucker. Now, it's like, damn, bitch, I done gave him my whole motherfucking career defending you. And you the main one saying I'm stupid. You don't know how the conversation went.
Okay, so to answer your question, I'm just speaking for myself. This is not an expert, and it is kind of my expectation when I have admiration for. I'm trained differently, so let me tell you what I mean. No, ramification. I'm sorry. I'm answering your question. The ramification of what he just said is, all right. Let's say that situation for me. Before I make an action or make an action forward, I sit back, I process. I'm a processor, right? That's why a lot of lifers don't get out of prison, is because they lie. They lie to themselves about accountability. Like, oh, I had a beer and I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I knew what I was doing, right? Let's be wholeheartedly honest. So that means, that's why they call it premeditated and spare of the moment, right? Will sat in that motherfucking seat.
Thought about what he was going to do.
Thought about what he was going to do.
So let me say this. I want to just flip it because we playing devil advocate.
All right, let's go.
I'm in Morocco. I pay a man to help me with the marriage process. I'm a foreigner. I don't speak the language. I need help.
Right.
The dude do some shicey shit. Once the papers get to the court, they look at it and say, These are falsified documents. They're taking my wife to jail. She's going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
They trying to figure out who else's name is on these documents. He signed his name. I don't know how they knew who he was. They went outside and grabbed him, brought him into court. They got him and my wife locked up. I'm so adamant on my street shit, like, damn, I can't let this dude get locked up. So now they asking me, do you want to press charges? Because usury is a major charge in Islam. He don't work for the court. He shouldn't have been pretending as if he's a court official, charging you to do anything. That's a major crime. They gave him 5 years. Right in the court, they gave him 5 years that same day. Right. They was trying to give him 30. Guess what I do? Tell my wife, lie and say he didn't take no money. She say he didn't take no money. They locked her up too. They put my wife in jail. I asked them, what's going on? They say, you're not one of our citizens. We can't do nothing to you, but we can lock her ass up. We saying that she cooperated with him. I said, nah, that's not the case. They say, well, you told her to say this. We heard you. So since you want to play with us, we're going to play with you. So I had to reprocess that thing. I say, man, I'm trying to be on some street shit over here in Morocco. That shit don't work.
No, it don't work over there, but you made a decision.
Yeah, I made a decision. But guess what the decision ended up being?
Yeah, it was
me having to say, okay, I can't let her go to jail. She don't have nothing to do with nothing. So I'm saying, damn, I just got off parole. Matter of fact, I'm not even off parole. A federal judge gave me permission to come over here to get married.
Right.
Now, and I got to tell them, look, man, I gave his family the money as a gift. Y'all can let him go and lock me up. I'm going to give up my mother. I'm going to give up my freedom so she can go. Now I'm compromising my freedom. I waited 13 years to get out of the prison. But I got to compromise my freedom because I put this woman in a position based on some bullshit street codes she don't got nothing to do with.
Right, right.
So, when I say all of that, I'm trying to backpedal out of it. Why I ain't just let her fall? Okay, let her sit in the jail. Who gives a fuck? Like, you on some street shit, you started this, but that ain't the way I intended this to fall. I didn't know these laws would lock her up.
See, mine ain't no street code, first of all. I don't follow no street code shit. I follow an old school value that my grandfather gave me. My grandfather held me accountable from the time I was 13 all the way up. Right, I had to pay bills when I lived in this house. Wasn't no eating it out the refrigerator, right? Wasn't no ball. I'm gonna show you, it was a time where my grandfather, he loaned me, I think it was like $100, right? And so I took my time paying him. So when I finally did bring him the $100, he slid it back to me. He said, no, you, son, you go and keep that. I said, man, what you trying to know? You late. That's what he told me. He said, you late. I said, I know I'm late, but I'm giving you your money, Grandpa. I'm giving you your money, man. He said, that ain't my money. He said, go borrow $100 from the bank and be late.
Yeah.
You know what I could have did with that money? You set me back. Right? I'm in the hole because of you. You got to pay for the hole. I said, what you mean a hole? He said, that $100 that I gave you, I was supposed to pay bills with it. You said Friday. So I don't even want it now. And you might be having to find somewhere else to live in the next 30 days. I say, hold on, man. I took my chain off and went and pulled out the chain and put interest on it. My grandfather would make me pay interest on everything I bought because he was preparing me for the world. Right? So consequences, what I'm saying. Let's put the street shit.
But see,
right.
That's what I'm trying to say, right?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say, Fahim. A brother taught me this when I was in jail, right? So I was dealing with another Muslim brother who was my cellie, and we was exchanging food.
Right.
I don't eat eggs. I don't eat beef. So I'm going to give him the beef and the eggs. I just wanted the chicken on Thursday. Come Thursday, the chicken fried. He say, oh, I didn't know it was fried, so I'm going to get you next week. So I immediately say something to him, get up from the table, go get a knife. I'm waiting for him to come to the building. The Muslims seen the play. They came in the building, basically tried to intervene. I was still trying to get at him. But one thing the brother said to me made all the sense in the world. He say, you got to distinguish between who you dealing with. If he grew up like us, then he know the rules. This nigga a square.
He don't stand on the same principles you stand on. You can't force no square ass nigga to fit in no motherfucking circle. You the goddamn fool. He don't have this same honor. Will Smith is a fucking actor. He been faking his whole life. Everything he do is bullshit. Every fucking show he playing, that shit is not real. You can't make him stand on no gangster principles. You can't make him stand on no official principles. That nigga's not like us. You can't make everybody be like you. That's like a king expecting a peasant. Like, you a peasant. Why you ain't dressed in nice shit? Why you ain't speaking good like me? Nigga, we ain't the same. You don't know. Everybody ain't on the same level as you.
Okay, so, and I want to play devil's advocate on that. So you say, right, so we say he an actor, right? We say he a blood, he a crib, he was street, he was that. But the bottom line is, the biggest tool on a man's brain is in between his shoulders. That's one thing that we got all in common, right? We can kill the expectation. That motherfucker got a brain. He got a brain.
Everybody on this earth is capable of thinking. You saying that?
Of course.
So let me ask you this. We just came outside today. Nigga was beating his head against the wall. Another nigga was in the corner eating dog shit. Another nigga was walking down the street picking up cigarette butts. They don't think like us. Why the fuck we don't do that? Because there's something wrong with their brain. Maybe they smoked the wrong meth and fucked them up. But we not on the same level. And that's just the truth. Everybody ain't blessed with the same talent. Like Achilles was a killer at war. Everybody wasn't Achilles.
I don't want to, because I don't, for the sake of YouTube, this is a good conversation to have. For the sake of YouTube, this is not an attack on mental health, first of all. I salute, I know I've had people in my family with mental health. I too have suffered mental health issues and had to gain that back. But one thing we know is one organ, one muscle on the brain that can reprogram itself, on the body that can reprogram itself is the brain. Now, I've been where I've seen people that was mental health, they'll be banging their heads on the wall, right?
Some people
hold on. No. I just see some dudes do some way out stuff. But I've never seen them miss a meal.
And I never seen them.
Right.
I see them put tents on the side of the road. They never put them in the street, so they know. Yeah. They got enough sense not to put their tent in the middle of the street.
They know that I ain't gonna just be out in the rain, laid out, right? It's breakfast time, so I'm coming to offer a few dollars. I pull out some currency.
Now they understand.
So that tells me everything. You choose. Even the craziest person on the planet can make a choice.
Yeah.
Right?
They can't make a full choice. And what I mean by that, you got people sleeping out in the rain.
Right.
But guess what? They still got on clothes. But what's the point of having on clothes if you sleeping in a puddle of water?
Right.
So apparently something is missing there. I'm not going to say they can't think, but they're not thinking on the same level as you and I.
That's deep. Let's go to this break real quick because we're going to come back, check these clips out, man. That's a clip of Will Smith. And we're going to show you some of King Dawood Burgess, man. We're going to talk about Many Brilliant Minds, the nonprofit, his nonprofit, man. Our nonprofit, right? And shout out to Jason, man. Jason for setting up the meeting. It's going to be doing huge things for the community. So y'all tap in by way of IG. We got some products we want to show you guys. So check these clips out.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Hi. How was your day today?
You made it amazing. My family made it amazing. Everybody wish me happy birthday. I feel wonderful.
I wish you 100 birthdays. We took a bus, we're gonna go back to Hey!
All right, we back from that, man. As you can see, those are pictures of, obviously, Mr. King Dawood Burgess, man. Welcome back again. And you brought some gifts with you, man. You brought some stuff that can benefit the community. Cause
I brought life back to the community, right? So, you know, you always want to give people the best of yourself.
Right.
I could have brought anything back, but I brought some stuff that's beneficial for people's health. You know, so you got the black seed oil. Those of you who don't know about black seed oil, you got to learn about black seed oil. If you're Muslim, you should know about it. It's a hadith where the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said that the black seed is a cure for everything but death. It's called the Najela Sativa. Look it up. Google it. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said it's a cure for everything but death. And they found the black seed in King Tut's tomb. It was the only herb in his tomb. Now you got the amlu, which is roasted almonds, pure honey, and argan oil. Argan oil got like 3 omegas in it. This stuff, you don't need no Viagra. You eat this, you're going to be hard as a rock. Like all day, you're going to be busting your wife. No problem. Like erectile dysfunction's gone. Plus, it's all protein. All protein. Like you want to stay in good shape, you can eat this and be good all day. You got the pure argan oil. Pure. You can eat this, you put it in your bed, it'll make your bed shine like diamonds. Make your hair look like diamonds in it. 3 omegas in this. It's pure. You see, it's pure. We had to go to the mountains of Morocco to get it. Man, hit us on IG. Get in touch with us. Man, get it while it's here. I had to put it in my luggage and bring it back. It was so good, but I brought the people something they could benefit from. Straight out of Africa, you don't see nobody over there overweight. You don't see nobody over there stressed out. You don't see nobody over there having health problems. Yeah, of course, we get old. They're going to have the normal problems when we get old, but I'm talking about just young men walking around, unless they mess themselves up doing soccer. But a lot of us broke up because we ain't using the right stuff. You are what you eat. We eat a lot of processed food. You can survive on this.
So you DM me, or you can DM King Dawood Burgess at
King Dawood Burgess, IG.
Carl Brink 73 Live, obviously, for my fans and anybody out there that's tapping in. We try and health is wealth, right? In the word wealth, let's be wealthy, man, and wealth brings health. The chemical breakdown to the soil, remember we was talking about, we was doing comparisons
phosphorus. So you got something called phosphorus, right? So phosphorus is what the whole world uses to grow their food. So in Morocco, they got more phosphorus in the ground than any place else on the earth. Actually, the whole world has to depend on Morocco for the phosphorus to keep on growing food. So if the phosphorus is in the ground in Morocco, that means they have the richest soil in the world. Go on YouTube, study it. Study, go look up why Morocco controls the world. It's on YouTube. It'll tell you how they control the world because they own the stuff that we need to feed ourselves. All of this stuff comes straight out of the ground of Morocco. It's the best you can get.
Wow. Yeah, that's huge, man. We're going to have a part 2 to this. You know, me and him, he and I, we started out doing Timor and stuff like that. Now we've morphed into our own thing, and it's getting huge, man. It's going to be huge. Many brilliant minds. Let's talk about
so
that.
Many brilliant minds. I started Many Brilliant Minds. I love dealing with great thinkers. Like you said, everybody's not a brilliant mind. You know, you have some people who can't think their way out of a wet paper bag. They just can't. But some people have enough common sense to get it done for themselves and others. So I like to work with the brilliant minds. I like to get all the brilliant minds together because you can do great things. So Many Brilliant Minds. That's what the company is called. We like to bring all the brilliant minds together and figure out a way how to solve problems for the multitude of the people. What Many Brilliant Minds do, like I said, all the minds come together and think of ways how to stop homelessness, how to house people, how to feed people, how to get money from the government to do it so we're not spending our own money, how to not continue to work a job where you feel like you're incarcerated because you're always stuck in this place for a certain amount of money. But any problem that can be solved, many brilliant minds like to solve them problems. What we just was working on trying to get the grants from the senators, the mayors, so that we can fund our idea, because we don't want to put all our money into it. We want to be able to help as many people as possible without having to go broke in the process of doing it.
Right, and that's the key thing to nonprofits. So don't think that we're just trying to be slick and do it, you know, compare us to other people. But you do need to be sustained to do your job. I mean, if I had $1 million, I can help more people. You know, you give them a percent. It's called zakat. Some people call it charity, right? In Islam, they call it zakat, right? You give a portion back, but you don't use yourself at the same time. So how can I be an inspiration to people if I'm dressed like them, I'm tacky, right? What do they have to drive them to be inspired, right? I'm not saying, you know, put on some fresh J's, come with chains. I'm talking about a nice suit, and they can see the development. This is how you encourage.
This is why, you know, we both used to work for nonprofit organizations.
Right.
This is why I started Many Brilliant Minds, because I see that the people who got all the money, they have you helping people, and you one check away from being just like the people. They don't put you in a position financially to get out of the situation. They keep you right borderline, almost homeless. But it's like, so how do I inspire somebody to get off the street when I'm almost on the street and they can see it? So I noticed that the people who I was helping, they was like, damn, you just like us. And I'm like, actually, I am. I'm just like y'all. I'm like one check away from being right here in the tent with y'all. The person who pulling people out of the tents can't be on the verge of being in the tents. A person got to be able to look at you and say, I can respect what you're doing because you went further than I can ever aspire to go. Like, but if you almost on the cuffs of being right here with me, like, I don't really want to take you serious. And that becomes the problem.
Wow. That's huge. And so, I'm going to close this out with a video. Like I said, I wanted to highlight, I mentioned Tarzan the Barman. We closing out with Tarzan the Barman. You seen Sdotfrmdablock. You guys stay tuned. You're going to get many, many more great shows from Crawbridge 73 Live, and obviously King Dawood Burgess. This is Night Talk and Many Brilliant Minds.
Let me give a shout out to Chef D real quick. So we've been talking about Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's his chef who cooked for him and his family.
Right.
Chef D.
Okay, shout out.
We just seen Chef D yesterday. That's why I'm bringing him up, because he happened to be a personal friend of ours. So when we speak about Will Smith, like we directly in that circle, so we can speak about people because we sort of know them.
And with that said, this has been another segment called Brick 73 Live. Night Talk, baby.
Niggas talking about this and lying about that. Living fabricated life, niggas putting on acts. Lying for the fame, niggas should be ashamed. All these fabricated stories is not a part of the game. Niggas talking about this and lying about that. Living fabricated life, niggas putting on acts. Lying for the fame, niggas should be ashamed. All these fabricated stories is not a part of the game. Nigga, I can give a finna. What a nigga gotta say about me? Naturally a beast, and niggas know just not to play with me. Ain't about how you say it, it's about what the fuck you say to me. Y'all niggas be lying, I ain't got nothing